Hi, I'm Lynn Hanson. Welcome to LYNN HANSON GALLERY. This is our virtual art walk for June. This month's show is called Reprise, and it's Lisa JonesMoore and Lynn Hanson, that's me. So reprise is, in the dictionary definition, it's a repetition or a return to the first theme. And 4 years ago, Lisa and I did a show called Sense of Place, where Lisa explored her love of Mexico and San Miguel de Allende, and I was exploring my interest in Denmark and wanting to go there and never having been there. So since that time, Lisa has found a wonderful place to live part of the year in San Miguel de Allende, and I have been able to go with my husband to Denmark, and we had a wonderful trip. So this is kind of what's happened in the last 4 years. It's been turbulent in many ways, but we've both been creative quite a bit, and so this is a show about that, Reprise. So also we'd like to invite you to a Zoom reception on Saturday, June 12th from 2 to 4. And Lisa and I will both be speaking about our work. If you have any questions or would like to be a part of it, we'd love to have you be part of it. It's from 2 to 4. And the invitation is already on the website. My gallery is open every Friday and Saturday from 11 to 4. And we are hoping in the next couple months to be able to open for Art Walk, for real. And some of the galleries in the building are talking about it. We're super excited. I miss the people, I miss the energy, I just miss the whole vibe of Art Walk on first Thursday. So hopefully in July, which will be a great show, Nina O'Neill is having a show called Origin Story, and the work is fabulous, and I can't wait for that. Also, for all you artists who are interested, the 8th annual Icon Juried Show, the prospectus is up on the website. I would love for lots of artists to enter. Our juror this year is Don Laurent, and the deadline is August 8th. So also Jesse Reno workshop is full. That's going to be August 27th, 28th, and 29th, but we do have a wait list if you'd like to get on that. And Donna Watson, we still have some spaces left for the Wabi Sabi and the Spirit of Collage workshop coming up October 8th, 9th, and 10th. So I just want to, before I start showing the work, I'm going to walk through the whole gallery first so you can get a feeling of the whole show, and then I'll just say the title of each piece, and then we can talk in more depth about the pieces when we have the reception. But I just want to explain that Lisa is an encaustic artist, and she also teaches encaustics. And encaustic is hot wax with pigment and sometimes mixed media. And it is a burning in technique with either a torch or a heat gun. And cold wax, Lisa and I have both been working with cold wax and oil techniques. And cold wax is a different technique. There's no heat involved at all. It is a cold wax medium that's mixed usually with half oil paint and half cold wax. It's not applied with a brush, it's applied with different kinds of tools, and therefore has a little bit of a more rustic feel about it. And it can be scraped in to get, we both work with lots of layers, so we can scrape down to layers underneath to get different colors. So we will be explaining a lot more about our techniques during the reception. So thank you so much, and now I will show you Reprise. So I'll start at the beginning where the title is. And this is one of Lisa's pieces. It's called 5 Seasons of the Lotus, and that is encaustic. This is Sedimentary 1, and it is cold wax and oil. That's Lisa. And this one is also Lisa, it's Terra Subterra, and it is cold wax and oil as well. You can see the scratching in, the scraping down, and the building up. This is called Cabin Near White River Reflection, and that is Lisa JonesMoore, and it is in caustic. And you can see in caustic can do some of the same scraping in and applying on top. Actually, I was going to walk through the whole show. That's what I need to do. I'm going to walk through the whole show and then I'll come back and tell about each one. This is all in the front room. A lot of our pieces are combined. It's not one section is Lisa and one section is Lynn. It's kind of what pieces work really well together. So that's the last piece, and here you can see back into the gray room. So I'm going to pick up where I left off. So this is Impressions in Azul, Impressions in Blue by Lisa. It's in caustic. And this one is Lynn. It's called The Deep, and it's indigo dye with mixed media. This is Winter Mezzo in caustic by Lisa. This is a Layers of Life series. There's 4 of the Layers of Life. This is Lynn. It's Cold Wax and Oil. And this is Layers of Life 1. This one is also cold wax. It's Lynn. It is called Quay. And this one is brand new. It's my latest piece, just finished like a week ago. And it's called Whisper of Gratitude. It's cold wax and oil. This one is Power Play, Lynn, cold wax and oil. This is cold wax and oil on paper. It's Lynn. It's called Nocturne 2. And this is cold wax and oil on paper, Lynn, and it's Nocturne 1. And this big one is Lisa. It's Cruciform Deconstruction 1, and it's in caustic. And there's a lot of texture. And this one is a really strong piece. This is Lynn. It is indigo dye and acrylic mixed media on panel. It's called Homage to C.S. Lewis. And there's some three-dimensional pieces on this. This is Lisa, cruciform with 5 stripes. It's cold wax and oil. And this is transversal, cold wax and oil, and Lisa. This is Lisa in caustic. And it's Un paseo por el panteón, or a walk through the cemetery. And this is Lynn. I have a series of 4 with Viking ships. It's called Calm Water. And you can see this scraping down in this one. And this one is called Brave New World. And it's cold wax and oil. And it's Lynn. And this is from my Layers of Life series, number 2. And that's cold wax and oil. And this is Layers of Life 3, cold wax and oil. I'm going into the blue room. And these 4 are all from me, Lynn, and it's indigo dye and acrylic on panel. This one is called Indigo Houses. And this one is called Indigo Crow. This one is called Journey. And this one is called Evening Visitor. And this is a piece by me. It is called Morning Tea, and it's acrylic on panel. This is Lisa, and it is I Am the Cabin is Me, and it's in caustic and monotype print on cradle panel. This is Lynn, it's Huga 4, and it's acrylic on panel. This is Lynn again, it's Atrium, cold wax and oil on panel. And this is another one of my brand new ones, Illuminating the Darkness, and it's cold wax and oil on panel. This is a new one too. It's Prayers for the Future, cold wax and oil. And this one is called Blue Door, and it's cold wax and oil. It's Lynn again. And these 3 are studies in pink and blue, and they're on paper and they're framed, and they're Lynn. And this is from the Viking ship series again, Storm at Sea, and that's cold wax and oil. And this is Into the Unknown, and it's also cold wax and oil. And this wall, I have a series that I did, Nature Heals. This is Lynn. This one is Nature Heals 3, and it's acrylic on panel. This one is Nature Heals 2. And Nature Heals 1. These are all acrylic on panel. And Nature Heals 4. And this is Nordic Memories 4. This is Lynn again. And that's acrylic. This is Lisa. Ignacio Evudo Acqui. Ignacio was here, and Lisa can correct my pronunciation at the reception. This is acrylic or encaustic and graphite on a cradled panel. And this is Lisa again. Ladders to San Miguel. And this is also, it's a diptych, and it's cold wax and oil on a cradled panel. Going to the white wall. These are all Lisa. This one is called Staying in My Lane, and it's encaustic and mixed media. And this one is Circular Transversal, encaustic mixed media. Attempted Order in Blue, encaustic and ink on cradled panel. And this one is Lisa, 6 Virgins on the Wall. It's encaustic and image transfer on cradled panel. And this one is Urban Quilt Jazz. Lisa, encaustic or image transfer on cradled panel. And this is Lisa, Excavation of the Transversal. This is cold wax and oil. And this is Lynn, acrylic, mixed media. It's called Little Houses Abstracted. And this is Sparkle Flower, Lynn. It's acrylic. And Blues in a Box Canyon, Lisa, cold wax and oil. And this one is from the Layers of Life series. It's Aquatic Layers of Life. And it's displayed horizontally instead of vertically. It can go either way. And that is cold wax and oil. And this is Lynn, Bornholm House. And that is acrylic. This is Lynn, The Paths We Choose, acrylic. And this one is Lynn, Morning Coffee, and that's acrylic. These are both Lisa, Ode to Turner 1 and 2, both encaustic on cradle panel. And this one is Lynn, Directional Choices, acrylic on panel. And this is Lynn Rondre, cold wax and oil. Merging Forces, cold wax and oil, Lynn. And this one is this nice big one. It's Margraten, or Margraten. Lisa JonesMoore, it's encaustic, mixed media. And then Lisa has some smaller pieces in cold wax and oil that are studies. So I thank you so much for being part of this show. I hope that you will come down. The gallery is open. We're excited to see people coming in again. And would love to see you down here. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.